Alright.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. We here, we live. Big NSK channel, New School Knicks. Me and Kendall Rivera in the morning bringing it to you.
Yo, what's good morning, everybody? It's good. Welcome. Thank you for coming back, watching us for the first time. I got my man Greeny here. Got a special episode for y'all. Put together something nice. So we're gonna talk about how we want to put our favorite lineups, like starting five from like maybe '04 to now. A nice starting five for y'all, and we're gonna see how you like it, and we're gonna compare it to so old school Knicks, but we're gonna compare it to one another because we have a different lineup. So Greeny, I'm gonna let you go ahead first, and then I might take over and shine on yours starting lineup one time.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. I will say this just to get it out there. My lineup may be a little small because I did a little. I just did a little bit moving around. At the point guard, I'm gonna have to go Marbury for my time
hmm
for the from the '04 range. At the
hmm
two, this was a tough one because I had three candidates, but I had to go with Jamal Crawford. That was a problem when he was here. Three, we got to go Melo. You can't really debate that.
Yeah.
Four, I'm going Amari, and five, I had two debates at five between David Lee and Tyson Chandler, but I'm gonna go. I'm definitely gonna go David Lee on this one because he was a little better as a Nick.
I honestly, it's kind of similar, but it's different. So for me, at the one, gotta go with my man Marbury. That's off rip. Like that was the best point guard we had since for a long time. Then I got RJ. I'm going RJ at the two, 100%. At the three, you got to go Melo. There's no like from our era. There's no other better small forward than Melo. Four at the four, I'm going Stat. I was gonna go for Zingis, but I don't really like how Porzingis violated us. I feel like he violated us. He's acting like a crybaby. And then at the five, I was gonna go. Who was I was gonna go? Forgot who I was gonna go. But then I went Tyson Chandler. No, I was gonna go Mitch, but I was like, nah, I gotta put Tyson Chandler because Tyson Chandler was way better than Mitch, and he was the defensive player of the year. So I'm gonna go Tyson Chandler. I just want to point out though, although Jamal Crawford is a way better offensive player, I just want to point out that RJ gonna cook him. Just because he can't guard RJ may be able to. I don't. Let me take. How do I say
That
this?
boy
Because
Crawford was a problem.
exactly, exactly, exactly,
He
exactly.
was a
But here's the thing.
problem.
But here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. How can Crawford guard RJ in the post? That's the
No, I agree
thing.
with you on that. I
I'm
agree. The defense is a problem for Crawford. Yes,
Yeah, and Marbury, he's gonna get you 20 and 8. He's gonna get you
that's what I'm
28.
saying.
Now putting them next to that pick and roll again with a way better Amari Stoudemire. Because when Amari was
Hmm.
on Phoenix, he was still raw, but he wasn't raw, but he was young. So he was
Hmm.
still a man against amongst boys. But you put him in his prime with Marbury, you talking about
Yeah, talking
and
about a
we ain't
KG Marbury connection again. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. I feel like that team. Well, I feel like my starting five could get me at least 55 wins. I'm not in this era. It's getting 55 wins.
Your
55
team,
to
yeah.
60 wins.
So you got Marbury, RJ, Melo, Amari Tyson.
Yeah, I
55 wins with that team.
55 wins. 55 wins.
That's
100%.
doable. That's likable. I mean, I can see that because you got Tyson holding it down. You got the patent and pick and roll with Steph Marbury and Amari. Then when it's go to time, you get past the Melo or Crawford. Those two will go. You know what I mean? So that's actually that sounds smooth. Salute,
Yeah.
salute, salute. Big
Salute
salute.
there. Salute there, Jay. Appreciate you coming through. I mean, don't be afraid to put a starting lineup out there for yourself. I mean, I would love to see that. And everybody put
Please.
a starting lineup. I mean, hit the like button, subscribe, everything, show the love. Appreciate y'all being here. But yeah,
So
like,
I'll start with the controversies I had at the two for me because I had Jr. I
hmm
had Jamal Crawford and I had RJ. You know what I mean? So basically, for me, what it was Crawford was his numbers was kind of looking the same as RJ's. You know what I mean? And it was more
yeah,
consistent for like 4 to 5 seasons. You know what I mean? So that was the reason why I took Crawford. I was gonna take RJ. I mean, JR, but JR really didn't have a consistent season. It was just like one season really where he went off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he really wasn't even averaging more than RJ did when RJ went off in that last season when Julius won MIP. Feel me? So that's really what settled it for me. Jamal Crawford, you know, he's a go-to guy. Put the ball in his hands, he can score. Point guard, I really didn't. I like Marbury's numbers is way better than any point guard we have. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's getting you 18 and 8 at least. Like he's gonna get you that. Like you said, you put him in a pick and roll with Amari, just and then you
Lights
got
out.
Crawford and Melo or RJ and Melo. That's two deadly combo. Like, you know what I mean? That's deadly. You got go-to people now. Like, and you got a patent go-to play. So yeah. And David Lee for me, like David Lee was an animal, bro. Like his numbers is ridiculous. He was getting a double almost every game. Like,
Yeah, I feel like so for me, I feel like David Lee should be like his numbers should be retired at the guard. I'm not gonna lie, like he
he was
played
nasty.
this hard. Yeah, he's very underrated, very underrated. Left, he was ambidextrous. But I believe his strong hand was what he was right-handed or nothing. I don't know, but I know he was ambidextrous.
He was left hand, yeah,
Right.
but he was you right though. You definitely right. The first season David Lee came to us, he played 67 games and averaged 5 points and 4.5 rebounds. The next season, he bumped that up to 10.7 points and 10.4 rebounds a game. You feel me? Then the last season he was here, he averaged 20 and 11.
Yeah,
Like,
and that was his All-Star year, right?
yep, that was the last season he played. And then you gotta remember the last 3 seasons he played for us, he played 81 games every season for 3 seasons straight. That's good. You're reliable. Best ability is availability, you know what I mean? So he's there, you know what I mean? And he was averaging almost 4 assists a game. So I'll take that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, David
You
Lee,
know
yeah, I
what?
might have a small lineup, but hey.
Yeah, you definitely had a small. First of all, I'm gonna tell you right now. Although David Lee was elite, but Tyson Chandler shutting all that down. Tyson Chandler shutting that down.
Yeah,
100%.
especially in that time when he came to the Knicks, because he was fresh off that Dallas championship. Like, yeah.
Them
He's shutting that
lobs
down.
used
I'm
to
not
be
even gonna lie to you.
crazy. Them lobs and the backhand rebounds and all
The
that.
tip outs,
Yeah.
yeah.
Only reason why I didn't put JR on my starting lineup because I feel like he'll be like a distraction. I like JR, love JR, still like JR, but I feel like he will be untying people's shoes and all that, and it's like, bruh, focus on the game. RJ ain't gonna do that.
I agree with you on that. JR
But
is looking for a shot a little bit too much.
I got a question for you. Who would you put at your 6-man though? If you had to put a 6-man, who would you put at your 6-man?
So you asking me out of everybody, out of all the people, like
Not from the 90s back. I'm talking about
I'm talking about
yeah.
So you asking me based off of the 6 man, or can I take a starter and move him into that 6-man role?
I think you could do both. If you want to put somebody put him at the 6-man, leave starter as is, or you want to take somebody out and then put somebody. You could do both.
So then, if you're gonna ask me that, I'm gonna put RJ in the lineup, and I'm gonna put Crawford coming off as a 6-man. You ask me that, that's gonna be my move.
I would probably put. I'm not, man, because our team's been trash. I would put JR.
We ain't really have no good 6-man.
But you got JR Smith. You got one.
Yeah.
So,
but he moved into the starting lineup once he started doing, like, you feel me? Like, he was.
Yes. Man, I would probably put. Not gonna lie, it might be a wild card. I might put Zach Randolph.
I was thinking like Wilson Chandler or like Gallinari, like one of them.
They frail. I feel like they'll get hurt.
That's why I said I'll go Crawford. That's why I had to make that lineup adjustment. You know what I mean? Like, I like RJ as a starter. Like you say, I wasn't looking at it as a team thing. I was just looking at it as a starting five. You know what I mean? But if you're looking at it as a team's perspective, then you're gonna need, like you said, you're gonna need RJ in that lineup for some defensive purposes, because Crawford's not offering that defense, especially when he was on the Knicks. He was frail. He was really frail, but he was a bucket. You know what I mean?
Let me answer DSJ. So what's the criteria for the starting lineup? Does it have to be the Knicks from 05 to now? Yeah, that's basically because this show is based on from like 05 to now, because that's really much when we got started watching the Knicks, So yeah, 05 to now. So anybody in the chat that's watching that want to put a starting lineup, the criteria will be from 05 to now. Nothing from the 90s, nothing from the 80s, 70s, etc. It's 05 to now. So whatever bums we have from 05 to now, we're gonna put them in your lineup. because we ain't really seen no winning. So
Didn't. You could
it's
say
not.
you did. You could say you didn't.
And I just
It's
want to point
been
out,
10 years since we had 50 wins. You didn't
and I
see one.
I just want to point out to the OGs that for when if y'all do a starting lineup for y'all era, we just want to point out we know y'all ever gonna be better than us. We know your lineup. We know we gonna put the challenge out there, but we know your starting five gonna cook up. Y'all got Clyde and
Everything.
you got everybody.
Bernard, y'all gonna cook us.
Yeah. Although Melo's gonna probably cook half his other line. I don't know why Melo's gonna cook him because he could have played in that era. But I'm just saying. So whenever y'all ready to put y'all out there, y'all put out there. I'm just like we ducking the smoke, but we ducking the smoke. We not ducking the smoke. Definitely not.
Yeah. Definitely not dunking the smoke, but we acknowledging. We know we ain't that hard headed.
Look, DSJ, shout out to you, bro. It's starting lineup is Marbury, RJ, Carmelo, Maury, Mitch, and 6 man was Marcus Morris. Not that bad. He got toughness coming off the bench. That's not bad. That's not bad. See, everybody's lineup is probably gonna be the same because it's like Marbury was the best point guard we had at that time. Of course, you're gonna put RJ. Amari and Melo probably has to be in that. I mean, well, Amari could be switched up for Porzingis depending on who how you feel about Porzingis. Because I just didn't put him because I was being biased. Because he was acting like a little girl.
That's how it was with JR too, because I knew that what he did was not like sustained. Like he didn't do that over 2 seasons. He just did it for a clip when Melo was injured. You know what I mean? So that's really what was up. Like I said, I looked at Jamal Crawford numbers. He's consistent for 4 to 5 seasons. You know what I mean? JR just really had that 1 season where he exploded. Like really, that's really it.
Yeah. So I got another question for you, bro. So who do you think on this roster can be in maybe 4 or 5 years, if you look back at your starting five, would you take out and replace it with someone else?
Brunson.
From this roster. Brunson, right?
Brunson. Or this is a tough one. Because I want to say Cam. But that is a big hump for him to jump over what Melo was doing here. He was killing here. Like, Melo was really killing.
Yeah.
Someone scoring titles. You know what I mean? That's tough. But he has the potential to do it. That's the thing.
To be better than Melo?
Not be better, just live up to that, like, be in that range of being that good. He could be that good, bro. He really could be that good.
I don't know, bro. I'm not
He could be that good.
I'm not going to cap, bro. Cam don't be Wilson Chandler.
You said what happened?
Cam gonna be Wilson Chandler. We just go out to call it like you see it. Like, be Wilson Chandler, bro. Like I hope Cam turn into wood because it's good for the team, but I just don't see it. Like I just don't see what everybody's saying. So for me, it'd probably be Brunson, depending upon we get. I don't even want to say his name because we talk about him so much. But Donovan Mitchell, RJ might be taken out because obviously. Mitch for Chandler.
I was gonna say that too, but I gotta Mitch still averaging 8 points a game, bro. Like
fact.
4 points a quarter. All you need is 2 buckets, 4 points. That's 16 points at the end of the game, Mitch. That's not hard. That's really essentially not hard. You get offensive rebounds, you get alleys. You Brunson's gonna. If he doesn't do it now, I'm really gonna be upset about Mitch.
Right. Or you could probably put Julius Randle too. Julius Randle for Amari Stoudemire because low key Amari Stoudemire is a Nick thing. He had 30 games where he was that 10 games in a row where he scored 30 points or something like that.
40. Yeah, he was up there.
He was wilding. But I feel like he don't get enough disrespect from
Julius.
Nah, because Amari Stoudemire's Knicks tenure wasn't that good. It was good in the beginning, but after that, it was like a huge fall off. So
yeah, he kept on getting injured. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So his spot is really up for debate because we can argue and say that Randall's last MIP season was better than Amari's whole tenure.
Any season, yeah. All right, so Nick's Julius number as a Nick is 21, 10, and 4.8. And that's
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's better than Amari's. I'm not gonna lie. Cause I just look at Amari's. Amari's is like 17 and like 17, 6 and 1 assist. So you
See,
look
now,
at it, Julius is beating him all around every category. So and,
yeah.
and Amari only played 2 more seasons than Julius played. Well, one technically after this season.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why I didn't put Randall in my starting lineup is because of the fact that I didn't want it to be what it is now. It would be the exact same thing of like what it is now with RJ and Randall, the spacing,
Mm-hmm.
etc. Like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that would have been the exact same thing. And I feel like Amari will give us more of a threat in the pick and roll because of that's what he was. That's his bread and butter, and he could shoot the little mini. So Randall, he's not going to really set a screen for Marbury, even though Marbury can get a shot on anybody. That's my favorite player. So that was my favorite player in the NBA at the time. So I'm not really. It was more so like the fit of the starting lineup. I would have put KP like he kept saying, but he thought he was bigger than what he was at the time.
Yeah,
Like,
yo, he was a diva. He was a diva, bro. Like it wasn't enough. He didn't do enough for a long, sustained amount of period of time to really get that much like clout, like how he won it. And just see what happened. We won that deal, so I'm not even mad about that. Like we shipped him
good
off, and he never was the same player again. So
facts,
we
and
won that deal.
he got traded. He got traded. We won the deal once he got traded. That was
Won the
all great.
deal. You feel me? Yeah. Once he got traded, yeah, he won the deal immediately. Yeah,
Exactly.
tremendously.
Exactly. I wonder if somebody gonna put Jeremy Lin in their starting five. What fool gonna put that? Yo,
The
somebody
7
put.
week, the 1 week wonder. That
Yeah, I wonder
boy
who
was
gonna
going
do that.
ham.
Who's gonna be the one to put the starting Jeremy Lin in the starting five? Somebody put him over Marvin, please,
I will
please.
say he did have me happy because he made my Knicks beat my favorite player. He beat Kobe. I was like, okay. When that happened, I was like, okay. But then it was just like a whole bunch of hype.
Yeah,
The
exactly. But
insanity.
at least Kobe was still Kobe after that. He cooked up Deron Williams and it wasn't the same. Deron Williams was never the same after that. I was
Never.
like, damn, I would have fall off. Cause I
And
mean,
then
I like
Carmelo set that all down.
nah. I'm not going. I hate that. I hate that narrative. Like, bro, Jeremy Lin was Jeremy Lin. He had his
Yeah,
little
facts.
2 weeks. Mario
Yes.
Chalmers clamped him up. Then he got hurt, and he said he was 80% in the playoffs, and then he didn't play because he wanted his money. Melo wasn't jealous. Melo was Melo regardless of what Jeremy Lin playing or not. He was gonna be Melo. Like I
No,
thought
you're right.
I thought it was a story that Melo was pushing for him to play when he wasn't playing, like or something like that. I could be
Like
wrong,
you
but
said, now you might be totally right. Like we look at it now. Look at the generation we now. The Knicks media could have been doing this from back then, making it seem like Carmelo saying this and like bad turmoil in the locker room, and it's really not like that. You know what I mean? So I don't
exactly.
know.
But we could argue that Carmelo and Amari that started and putting them in our starting five though, like man, because it didn't work. You know what I'm
Nope,
saying? It didn't work the first
didn't work.
time. So why would it work now? I guess because they got a point guard now. They didn't really have a point. They had Raymond Felton at the time, but
So
it like
Melo came in. Melo came in 10 and 11, right?
yeah.
Well, that season when he came, Amari was killing. He had 25 a game that season, bro. And that was the best season he had as a Knick. Every season after that, he digressed. Like literally, like he degressed
He
every
digressed.
year. 17. He had 25. Then the next year he had 17. Only played 47 games. The next year after that he only had 14 and played 29 games. The next season after that he jumped up to 65 games played, but only was up to 11 points per game. Like just
Yeah, so
wasn't.
I'm saying like it's hard to say with that lineup. But then again, they didn't have really a point guard because Raymond Felton wasn't the same Raymond Felton who he was before.
And Cade
When
wasn't either.
yeah, kid, because Felton was like an all star with Amari Stoudemire at the time, but then
Mm-hmm.
they traded him for Melo or whatever, and then when he came back, he wasn't that guy, and then he got in
He was
trouble.
gun charged Raymond Felton
Yeah,
at that point.
yeah, yeah, he was wilding. He was at the Dykeman wilding. I don't know what he was
Going
doing, but
crazy.
he was going crazy. So I'm saying. I don't know, but Marbury with that, it's just too many egos on that team, though. I ain't gonna lie, my starting lineup got a lot of egos. Like They got Amari. I don't know if Amari really had a big ego. I'm not really. I don't remember him being like cocky guy, but you still have Stat, and you still have, I mean Melo and Marbury with that. You know what I mean? With that class.
That's egos. Those two are egos. You're not lying. Melo and Marbury is two egos. You're gonna have to deal with that. Like, yeah. I see what you said with Amari. Amari's not so much of an ego. He's just gonna come to play. I see exactly what you're saying with that. He never was really the guy until he came over to New York when he was on a bad team. So I understand what you're saying. Because on the Suns, he was behind Steve Nash, and they had a good all-around team. He wasn't never just a star guy. So yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. But RJ and Chandler will be the glue. They'll be the glue to it all because those Chandler was a leader. Like
Yep, Chandler's the anchor. Then you got RJ sacrificing his body to guard the person on the hardest person on defense. So now the Carmelo and Marbury, they can save their energy for the offense. You know what I mean? Even though RJ might be burnt out, we still got offense. You got Marbury that can run that pick and roll, and then you got Melo just sitting there waiting for the go-to moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that lineup is nasty. You really think about it. 55 games might be attainable.
Even though your lineup is giving up 155 points.
Oh yeah, because they're small ball. They small ball, yeah, all day. They well, straight stats. I got a phone call. My bad.
Nah, you good, because I mean, but small ball might work in this era. If you play in this era, that'll work. Like, but it's just that you're gonna give up 1,000 points and you can't stop nobody. That's the only issue with your lineup. Like, damn, they gonna get cooked up out there.
We have no defensive presence at all. We just gonna grab a whole bunch of rebounds.
In fact, they gonna put David Lee in the pick and roll and carve him up. He ain't guarding nobody. They gonna carve him up in that.
Yeah, he was definitely Timberland boots.
Yeah, like player like John Morant gonna go right by him. They gonna go right by, but he gonna play hard.
And that's the thing. Like David Lee he was nice in the post. He slept on the Knicks. He was really nice in the post. He like you saying, he was very ambidextrous. He could go both ways. Footwork was okay. He could rebound the ball. He's a little undersized and unathletic, and that's like you said, where we're gonna get killed. We don't got no defensive presence down there at all. Period.
Exactly. Well, I'm really interested to the old heads. I don't want to say old heads. That's not disrespectful. For the older generation to their starting five. I know they're gonna have Clyde. They're gonna have probably Allen. They got Sprewell. They're gonna have Patrick Ewing in the middle.
Yeah, of course you're gonna have Patrick Ewing in there.
But you got Clyde and Patrick Ewing, and you're gonna destroy everybody.
You got Bernard too. Like, bro, come on, Bernard literally almost. I think he won a scoring title under the Knicks, bro. Like he is like don't sleep on Bernard, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna 100% destroy us, and I ain't gonna lie. I ain't ducking it though. It's gonna be a good game. If that game was like what could ever happen, even though it can't, obviously. But if that was to ever happen, it'll be a good game because. Is Clyde playing in this era rules? Because did Clyde had a jump shot like that? I don't think so. I don't want disrespect.
He had the. I think I watched a lot of his takes. He really didn't have no like. He had the pull up jumper, but it was more like a post up like jumper. Like he fake you, get you up in the air. Then he got the pull up like.
Man, stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Come on, bro. With new school Knicks, what y'all doing, bro? Y'all trying to start beef out here in these streets, bro. That's what we doing. No smoke, y'all trying to get me to submit a starting five. That's what y'all trying to do. I'm just trying to operate. I'm gonna get back behind the scenes and operate behind.
Nah, come in there with that lineup. Come on, man.
He gearing up. He putting the best files ever.
What? Y'all serious, bro? Y'all doing my man's like that, bro? Oh my God!
I'm not. I'm definitely not. I just don't know. Because if we playing with no 3-point line, what we doing?
Clazer is killing if we playing with no 3-point line because he's prepping. His defense is immaculate, bro. For real. It don't matter the team
line or not because Clyde could shoot that thing from 25 feet. It just didn't count for 3 back then. It's not like he didn't have a jumper.
That's why
it just didn't
I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Like, did he have to jump shot like that?
Just off rip, Clyde Frazier better than any guy y'all said, even Melo. Y'all can put Melo. Y'all can put Melo and Amari. Put y'all three best players together, and it won't equal Clyde Frazier.
Here's the
I ain't gonna argue with nobody that bought us a chip. I ain't arguing with nobody. Exactly.
We know.
He was a better defender than Gary Payton, bro. He was a better defender than the glove, bro.
We know. We just got to put it out there because we know that guy lineup will be 100 times better than ours. Like 100 times better. We know.
But here's
the thing, though. And to be fair to new school Knicks, bro, compared to old school Knicks, y'all uniforms look a lot better.
I disagree.
The only thing the new school Knicks got on old school Knicks is the new school uniform. Yo, the black piping joints. Remember the black piping on the side?
That's it. When we brought back them 75 jerseys with the orange strap waistband and oh my god, those are the OGs.
And they had and they used to play with them jacked all the way up to like here.
Those are the OGs.
You know what I'm saying? I used to blush.
I like the one with the thing on the side, the orange or the black on the side, and the number at the bottom of the shorts on the corner.
Yeah.
You should bring those back for
I'm going to I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I gotta go get some help. I'm going to hit up AD right now. Let her know what y'all talking about, bro.
My Knicks jersey, the ones I got on is one of my favorites right here. You feel me? I like these right here.
Yeah,
the stripes.
Those are tough.
But the other ones I want them to bring back is the checker stripes one with the collar. Oh my god, the check when it's like blue orange, and it's going like stripes on the collar. Oh my god, those are too fire. I need those too.
Look, we done woke up sleeping giants.
That's what we needed. That's what we wanted.
They about to come up there and start violent.
We ain't want the smoke. We know y'all gonna win.
We know y'all gonna win. We know y'all gonna. All respect to everybody that gave y'all 2 rings. I'm just saying that, like, it's just like I don't know if they got Bernard King versus Melo might be the show. That might be the show. Bernard King versus Melo because they game is similar. Oh my god, that might be.
You got the 2 scoring champions going at it. That's a fact. And you look at it, they almost the same size. Both
now,
like 6'9".
Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna get a lot of controversy right now. RJ, let's say they put Houston in their starting lineup to stretch the floor, right?
In their lineup?
Yeah, right. Excuse me. They're gonna. RJ, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he got Houston. I'm not gonna lie. He can feel like it depends on what kind of defense. Because if they're playing pivotal defense with it, where they help and they paint and they leave them wide open and you cook, because now he gets back too slow. But all Houston gonna have to do in that lineup is just move around off of screens and stand there to shoot the rock. RJ can guard that. Now, can Houston guard RJ? Though, like, I don't know. And Freezy, I know you hear us. Don't pop back up like, I probably can, but I'm just saying, because if that's the case, if Donovan,
neither one of them dudes can guard RJ Barrett, Rose. Sprewell, nor Houston can guard RJ. I ain't gonna lie to you because they the same size, but RJ because they played in the physical era. And if RJ could play the physicality by day era rules, RJ is like 25 a night.
Yeah, he's getting to the free throw line.
Yeah. If RJ, because RJ Barrett is a 90s type player, you know what I'm saying? So if RJ, man, if you playing by day rules, man, RJ but then again, though, I don't know if Allen Houston playing by today's rules.
That's what I'm saying.
See, but that's where it gets sketchy. Yeah, that's where it gets sketchy. If you take RJ and put him in that 90s era,
RJ's unstoppable.
Like a star now. He looks like a star.
Right.
He's shooting at that clip. He's shooting a 3-ball. That's acceptable at that time because they're not jacking threes up like that. So he would look like a star. He would really look like a star in the 90s.
But still, RJ a 20-point scorer right now in this era.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Each other out. They might cancel each other out, like low key. Now,
RJ Barrett ain't no man. RJ Barrett ain't no joke in that era, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Allen Houston in this era,
yeah, that would be tough.
It's Klay Thompson. It's Klay Thompson. It's Klay Thompson.
yeah,
That would
man,
be tough.
that dude.
Especially like you saying, if you got the spacing right for Allen in this era, oh man.
Right, Allen Houston definitely 27 a game in this era.
But if Donovan Mitchell come in, now you're taking RJ out and you're putting Donovan Mitchell in there. He's getting cooked on every era.
You know who today's Allen Houston is, in my opinion? It's Devin Booker. It's Devin, but think Devin Booker, think Allen Houston. Because if Devin Booker played in that era, Devin Booker probably been like 19 points a game because the game would be so physical. But in a free-flowing era where you could just get what you want and they call everything, yeah, man. Bro, it's yo, I gotta go get some help. I can't believe y'all Sully. I can't believe y'all Sully Clyde Frazier name like that. Let me go get some
help. We did it.
No, we did not.
We're not trying to. You got to understand, we did not watch him visually. We going off what the highlights is showing us.
Yeah, I don't know about if he had the ratchet, like he could shoot it like.
Yes, I didn't know that neither. All I see him is posting people down, hitting them with a little spin move, pump fake. Then he going up after they jump. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But it makes sense because, like Freezy said, there's no 3-point line. So why would he even try to set up to be getting 3-point? You know what I mean? It's a different type of play style. I understand.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying, like, are we playing with hand checking rules where he could just hand check? Because if you can't hand check, then I don't know. Marbury might cook him a little bit, just a little bit. I ain't gonna ever disrespect but Marbury's Marbury though. Let's not act like Marbury ain't Marbury. He's not
Clyde. Deadly
and strong.
Quick.
So,
we going.
I'm saying ain't from New York. I mean, like he from Atlanta.
He could do everything. He could pull up. He got it.
Crazy, man. Yeah, crazy. I don't want to start no controversy.
Nah, but Clyde had that
lock up. And it just. I don't know, man. This is a good topic because I don't know. I don't know.
It's a tough call, man, because you got the crafty, the playmaking, and the shooting and just scoring ability from Marbury. Pick and roll, nasty. Then you got Clyde that's just a good all around.
Nah, don't say good.
Guard.
Great.
Yes. Like great all around point guard. That's every aspect he has in his arsenal. Like defensively, dribbling, going to the rack, and shooting. So it's like.
And he gonna outdress everybody. So
you know he dressing, and he probably got more girls than you got, or gonna pull. So don't even try to do that.
Probably right now.
Facts.
Oh man. So I mean, the real question is probably gonna be at the 4, because who they gonna put at the 4? They probably put Oakley.
Oakley's not stopping Julius Randle. I'm not even.
He might punch Julius Randle in the face.
But think about it, he take him on. It also depends what era we playing in. But what if he pull Oakley out and he's ice on him, like get into his bag? Like, come on, bro. We know Oakley is not a lateral defender. We all know that.
I don't know. I miss Oakley, so I don't know.
I ain't saying Julius gonna do something when he get in that paint. You know, Oak going straight punch that boy. You feel me? But
nah, I don't know. I know that at the 5, that's just a wash. That's a wash. Like no matter who's there, Patrick going crazy.
Two. Even Tyson Chandler was getting murdered.
Yeah, Patrick gonna wash everybody, and that's where we lost. Because at that point, you're gonna get mad, gotta double him, and now he believes somebody open, and that'd be Houston,
wide open. Wow, Clyde can hit that thing, like you feel me?
So I don't know. Oh man, but
let me get this boy some juice. Hold on.
I got you. So I feel like Marbury just has speed. He has athleticism. He has court vision. He ain't just shooting. He's just strong. So it's just like, how many people could stop that coming down? Like, and Marbury in this era, Marbury in this era, I'm letting y'all know right now, is a superstar. Marbury this era is a superstar. 100% superstar. Even with the eating the Vaseline and all of that, still superstar. Still superstar. And I don't like when people bring up that Vaseline stuff because he was going through something very personal. Nobody else would have known how we would take that if, something happened like that to us. He was sad, right? That's mental ill. Like, we live in this mental, depression era where, you got to take that serious. So that obviously was going through something, but we make fun of it. But Marbury in this era, 100% superstar. 100%. Sure. I say 27-9, to be honest. 27-9 right now. Right now. So I don't know.
I see him run at 23 range. 23-10.
It's not. He's not somebody to be playing with. And I feel like
the pick and roll is so heavy in the gameplay. This the way we're playing the game right now, it's like the pick and roll ignites the whole thing. Like, it's either a pick and roll or off ball screen that's followed by a pick and roll.
Exactly.
So it's like a whole bunch of mismatches. Like,
exactly. And then if it's Donovan Mitchell in my lineup, then at the 2, so he's just gonna be running off screen, going back door and all of that. And Marbury got the vision to find him. So it's like, y'all really want those issues they really want those issues of having to stop that? I don't think they do. And I don't want the smoke, but I'm not ducking the smoke. I don't want the smoke, and I ain't ducking the smoke.
Hey, I might get some punches at me, some tomatoes in the chat, but it's okay. But when you put Donovan in that lineup, you make it a little interesting now. Because now what are they gonna do? They're gonna switch Cloud over to Donovan, or you gonna let Allen Houston get cooked by or whoever you got at the 2, who's going, because you just said Allen Houston can't guard RJ, so he definitely can't guard Donovan Mitchell. So if you switch Clyde onto Donovan, now you letting Marbury eat.
Well,
then you got exactly. Then you got Melo and King canceling out each other. We already know Earring going. That's barbecue chicken alert, like Delano said. That's just barbecue chicken alert. Whoever you put down there, and then you got Julius Randle. Just it depends on how many jumpers he gonna make on Oakley. Because he ain't going to the rack, bro. He's not going to the rack.
He's gonna get punched in his face.
He's not going to the rack.
Yeah, so and then that's when we lose the game. I'm gonna tell you that's exactly when we lose the game, because Randall's gonna get punched in the face, and then he's gonna start wailing, throwing chairs because he don't get the foul score. Because if you playing in the '90s era, he's definitely not getting the foul score, and then he's gonna start throwing chairs, get ejected, and now we got somebody else coming off the bench. And if it's Porzingis at the 4, oh god.
Mm-hmm. And on top of all that, you might get beat up because the refs ain't gonna stop the fight. So Charles might punch you in your face. You might get thrown out the game, and you got a black eye.
But Amari, like Oakley guarding Amari though, barbecue chicken.
That would be a nice matchup.
Barbecue chicken. Nice. That's barbecue chicken.
Because Amari in that high post, he's not no joke, bro. He hit you with that jazz step, he could pull right up in your grip. He's bro.
First step. Yeah, I honestly, I'm gonna say it. I'm looking at Kim. Charles Oakley is not guarding Amari's guarding Amari. He's barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. And
I got a couple of punch him out the air.
Exactly. If you try to punch him in the air, he's still gonna dunk you. He's still gonna dunk you because he's strong like that. I don't know. Barbecue chicken.
Yeah, definitely strong. They're saying in the chat, Houston can't guard Brunson. Hey, that's true.
That's true.
But we don't think Brunson is gonna make the. Well, we can't say right now. We can't speak on what he's gonna do. But he's not. My eyes, he's not better than Marbury. What Marbury did here, I don't think so. And he wasn't here that long, but Marbury numbers was good enough. Like, he had some decent numbers playing on the Knicks.
That's what I'm saying. What did they say? He said thrown out the game and the black eye. Explain that to the game. Oh yeah, he gonna get punched in the air. That's how he gonna get the black eye. And then he gonna get mad when the foul call. He gonna start throwing chairs and crying, and that's how he gonna get thrown out the game. Now he gonna have to go to the. He gonna be in the locker room pouting, talking about, you see why they don't never call. You see this, you see that. You know how like somebody get beat up 1-on-1 and then they be acting like they got jumped. Nah, bro, you just got beat. So I'm saying,
Marbury was killing, bro. Oh my god, that 04-05 season, Marbury played all 82 games. 40 minutes a game, 21-8, shooting 46% from the field.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and that's almost damn near every minute of the game, bro. Like, you're literally playing the whole time. You're not getting out the game. You're playing every game.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like Marbury don't get enough credit because every time somebody be like, "Oh, when was the last time we had a point guard?" Nobody really says Marbury. Like, how do you not say Marbury? Everybody say Raymond Felton or Prigioni. They just skip over. They skip over the fact that you had Marbury. Like, let's not act like Marbury was Marbury. Let's not act like that.
Marbury, his whole career, every season. No, not his whole career. I'm not saying. I'm saying for his Knicks career. Every season he played as a Knick, he averaged more points than Jalen Brunson did in his whole career. Or the most he ever. You feel me? So even though the season when he only played 24 games, he still averaged more points than Jalen Brunson.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like, hold on, mommy. I feel like Marbury just don't get enough credit because the antics, but not really antics or whatever. But, we was losing, and the fact that what all that stuff that was going on, and plus the Isaiah Thomas stuff and all of that. I feel like he don't get enough credit that he deserves. But I feel like he definitely should be as a. Because how can you say a great Knick? Because he really, it is what it is. But he really was a good Knick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he was. His numbers are good. All right. If you're not counting the 24 game season, his lowest assist average he had here was 5.4 assists a game. He was giving you 16 points on the game. But I think that's the season when his head was a little messed up. I think his head was messed up a little bit that season. But then you go back from there, his assist numbers are there, and his percentages are there. He doesn't have bad field goal percentage, 43, 46, 45. His 3-point percentage was not that bad, but the three volume back then was totally different than how it is now. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Like he's solid. He's definitely solid.
Now, what I would say though is Brunson might give those similar numbers. I'm not gonna lie. This season, he might give us 21-8. Like I don't see why he couldn't. 21-8, about 45-47% shooting on maybe like league average 35-36 from the three. I don't see why he couldn't do it. So so it would be in conversation if you want to put, because if you look at Brunson and if you look at Marbury was more crafty. He played more rugged than Brunson. Like, he obviously from Brooklyn, and he's a New York City point guard. He just come with that extra edge, that chip on your shoulder. But
bully ball,
like elite. It's different ball game. But if you look at they kind of built, except that height wise, they kind of like built kind of the same. Like Brunson is like a little hockey. Like he's not frail. So in that perspective, now what I really want to see him do though is like I want to see him with the Marbury cuff. Like, only person I've ever seen do that is D Rose. Nobody really does that, but except D Rose. D Rose used to do that on Bulls, but because at that time I remember when Marbury used to do that. Either they tried to like smack the ball down and steal it, strip him, but you couldn't, and they foul him, and he was strong enough to get the and-1.
Yep.
So I think they could have similar games, but I don't know. I feel like DSJ, shout out to DSJ, giving us good gems out here. He said that Larry Brown didn't like him. That's a fact. He didn't like Marbury at all. He messed up his game, and he messed up the Olympics. Larry Brown messed up the Olympics. I don't care what anybody says. He had a rugged style team, and he was playing them. He wasn't playing Melo in them. He should have been. I did not like Larry Brown. I did not like Larry Brown at all. But shout out to everybody. Keep hitting that like button. Hopefully you like the show today. But
it's a fact. Smash that like, smash that subscribe, turn on them noties so you know when we going live. We're gonna do this Sunday all the time. We might turn up and come up more, pop up more in the week. Depends on how we doing, baby.
But yeah, there's a lot of guys who can switch in and out of the lineups. But to move on, I feel like What do you think we should do if we don't? Like, how would you feel if we don't get? I know we talked about it a lot, but how would you feel if we don't get Donovan Mitchell? Like, not even that. Not even how would you feel, but how if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, what would be the next step?
That's a good question because you can't tell with the Knicks. So the next step, if we don't get Donovan and Mitchell, in my eyes, if I'm the front office or if I'm the head coach or if I'm somewhere in that vicinity, I'm evaluating my players. If Donovan Mitchell is off the board, I move to plan B. And that's evaluating my players to see who's going to be here next year and who's on the trading block as an asset. Because now I have draft picks. I can move up in the draft depending on what I want to do, or if my players evaluated or developed the way that I thought they were going to develop, and the evaluation turns out to be inevitably good, then now we can move forward and try to get a superstar. But if we're still kind of in the developmental role, why not move up in the draft and get a generation of talent that's kind of coming up in these drafts? Like, there's a lot of big size point guards that are coming up in this draft that might be able to go alongside Brunson or be Brunson's backup. You know what I mean? So when he comes out, he comes in there's a lot of 6'7" guards that big size guards that are coming off the draft that could literally do everything. So I don't know what their next move is going to be, but I hope it's a good one.
Yeah, fact. And on top of that, like after what I just saw about like with IQ when he was playing in his program game, this Brunson thing in Baltimore, uh, he was. But you can't really get excited off of that stuff because you playing against guys that's not on your level. You feel me? So it's hard to evaluate that. But damn, IQ looked good. I ain't gonna lie, IQ looked good. And I don't think IQ is gonna be like a star, like a superstar. He might be a star in New York as far as like we loving him, but I don't think he'll be like a superstar around the league. But I don't know. I'm pretty. I'll be happy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be happy because we had a chance to get someone, but and we didn't and failed. So I'll be disappointed. But at at some point, I'm gonna get over it and just be happy to see Kobe in them play, IQ in them play. But I did see something. I don't know if y'all saw it too. About the three-team trade with the Knicks, Jazz, and Lakers. With the Westbrook will be going to the Jazz, and we'll be giving picks, and then they'll be giving Clarkson, Beverly, Bogdanovich, and all those guys to the Lakers, and then that clears up $50 million for them, and then we'll get Donovan Mitchell, and we didn't give up those young pieces. That's what the trade was suggested. I guess I don't know if they still having those discussions, but that's what I saw on social media and all of that. So that's a good deal because if we could keep all the young players and only have to give up the picks while they get other stuff from Lakers picks and they can buy out Westbrook, whatever they want to do, and then they give us a shit load. It's a win-win all across the board. So I mean, I'll do that trade. I don't know. I'll do that trade because now if you talking about keeping those young pieces with Donovan Mitchell, if we could do that, then that's fine. But if we can't, then I'm cool with just seeing these young boys play, seeing the progression of all day, seeing Brunson play. I'm cool with it. It's just now it all depends on if we come up with a rocky start. Like the first 20 games, we're like 8-12. Are we gonna start wailing? Like, are we gonna start acting like the whole season is over?
Well, New York fans is gonna react like that. That's just how we do in general. I think if we get off to a slow start, like a 4-11 or 5-12 type thing, I think Tibbs is out of here. Like, I think Tibbs gets moved to the front office. Johnny Bryant comes in. But if Donovan's here, I don't see us getting off to a start like that.
Yeah, if Donovan's here, honestly, I'm gonna shock the league. I honestly think we're gonna shock the league with Donovan. I feel like they all scouting us anyway, saying that we not gonna win even with Donovan. He's not enough. Blah 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 blah. But if he goes to Miami, they're a superstar team. Blah blah. They're a super team. They'll win the finals. So I honestly think with Donovan here, we'll start off maybe not a lot, maybe 15-5 if we have Donovan Mitchell right now. Like we should get him tomorrow. We'll start the season 15-5 the first 20 games and then go from there. But Without Donovan, I honestly think instead of 8 and 12, if with fans start ready to protest and everybody getting fired, I honestly think we could go 12 and 8. I think it'll be, we'll lose games just off of at the end of the game probably not having enough. Those are the games we'll lose. Maybe like against like a Milwaukee, depending on play, like teams like that. But I don't think that we'll start off really bad, to be honest. I think that we'll have enough. So I don't know. I just want to tell people like players like Miles McBride and Sims, don't expect to see them if we keep all those guys. Don't expect to see. Well, Sims we're gonna keep because we have a choice.
Yeah,
but don't expect
he's
to see.
emergency insurance.
And like Cam, please stop overhyping Cam, please. Please stop overhyping Cam.
I love Cam, man. I love him. I've been watching Cam since he was in AAU on Ball's Life. I'm watching this kid. I'm like, yo, this kid is nasty. He about to go to Duke. He about to turn up. But then when he went to Duke, they changed his whole role. Like that like what he did at Duke. What Coach K did at Duke for Cam Reddish was preparing him for the NBA the best way possible. No doubts. Because he knew that was his role was gonna be when he got to the NBA. But it's tough when you got a talent like that could do like everything really, but then you kind of like suppressing him. You know what I mean? It's like you kind of put him in a box you can't put out. Like I had that same experience in school. Like I played center my whole high school, college. College, high school, and middle school. I played center, power forward. But once I showed my coach that I could shoot, that whole thing changed. But he understood that he was boxing me in. You're keeping me. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Once I start hitting the threes, you gotta move me out of that zone because now you're not getting what you can get the best for your team. And I think that's Cam Reddish. A lot of teams want to put him as a catch and shoot dude, but he's much more than that. So I'm very high on Cam. I think he's the wing that we need, that we've been looking for. I'm telling you right now. He's that guy that you put in a pick and roll situation and the mismatches on him, he's killing that. He's killing. So it's like
then why not play Cam at the 4?
I was literally going to ask you that. What would you be your projected starting lineup? Cam in it or Fournier in it, Grimes in it? How would you? You could put Donnie in it too or not Donovan. You could do both if you want to.
Okay, because right now with the current situation, you can't put anybody at the 4 outside of Randall and Obi. But I honestly think that where Cam could thrive at the most would be Cam at the 4, because because I think that's when you'll see the big jump, because the 4 can't guard him. There's not really much 4s that can guard him on any team. So honestly, he'll thrive in that situation. But on this team, that's not his. He's not going to be in that. He's not. I feel like everything honestly is on Cam. Like you said, he put in a box. Sometimes I feel like he put himself in a box, and all we did was just close it. Like he went to bed in the box, and then we just closed it on him because
he threw the sand on him.
Yeah, but he just got to come up with that mentality of I'm a dog, and like I got to get it. It's my time. Like just don't do it this year because you want to get paid. You got to continuously do it. And when he has the time, obviously he show what he can do, but then he'll get hurt, and that's a problem. So what my lineup would be, honestly, would just be as is. Like honestly, without Donovan Mitchell, I'll probably put Brunson, Grimes, RJ, Randall, Mitch. But obviously Grimes get taken out with Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, that's me. If I'm going no Donovan, I'm gonna have to go Brunson. Dang, this is a tough decision because I want RJ at the 2. It's basically like how you said putting Cam at the 4. RJ at the 2 is just there's not a lot of 2s that's gonna be able to stop him when he puts his back to the basket when he gets down. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to put RJ at the 2. I love Fournier, man. Like I literally just watched the game when RJ hit the game-winning shot. Fournier won us that game, hands down. Like I'm not even gonna lie, he won us that game. Son was hitting every 3, and I realized like, but then look, that game, Fournier had like 44. The game before that, he literally didn't score.
Exactly. So Fournier, but see, with your lineup, I feel like this. Why don't we put Quickly and Fournier in that J.R. Smith and Steve Novak position where, let them just go and you can shoot much threes if you want. Like, y'all play
and then
that
you can
role.
put Fournier at the 3 coming off the bench. You don't have to put him at the 2. Like, he doesn't have to be mandatory at the 2 now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be more flexible to move around at the bench. Like, he's going to cook bench rotational players, bro. He's going to cook those dudes. He's not that bad, bro. And like you're saying, IQ knows how to – he's starting to learn how to make the lanes for other people coming off that pick and roll because he's a good pick and roll guy. He just doesn't know when to pass and know when to shoot, and he just needs to learn that a little bit. If he gets elite with that, IQ can be nice. He could, like you say, he could fit into that 6-man role because then he could control the offense coming off the bench.
Exactly. That's why I feel like if say we keep the team as is, no trades, no nothing, D Rose is healthy, whatever, he'll be playing next to Quick because you put Quickly at the 2, D Rose at the 1, and then Fournier at the 3. 4 would be Obi and then Hartenstein. And I feel like let them Quickly and Fournier play that J.R. Smith, Steve Novak role. And then obviously D Rose could dribble, penetrate, and then that opens up so much for because that whole starting 5, that whole bench 5 can shoot. I mean, if Obi shoots the ball consistently, he'll be able to shoot. And then that way it opens so much for everybody to do whatever they want. Like we could arguably have this one of the strongest benches in the league. Because we've been had it, but sometimes they're on, sometimes they're not. But I feel like our bench is better than last year's. I feel like because obviously everybody was playing out of what they were supposed to play.
Yeah.
So I really feel like if you do that with the team, I feel like this is a 47-win team. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Without Donovan
Yes.
Without Donovan, they sleeping on the Knicks because it's the Knicks, and that's the thing to do. But in my opinion,
got bad history.
Yeah, they just like to clown us. But Brunson, honestly, just really just opens up a lot, man. And I'm just excited for the season to start. Like
I'm super excited too. Like you said, I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Yeah, like football starts to come on, and I always use that as the base to like prep myself. Because normally, as a Jets fan, I get through the first 4 or 5 weeks, and I already know what the season is. I already know season over week 5. We probably 1-4, and okay, season's over. We're playing for the draft at that point. So it gets me, ready for the Knicks to start. And then, at that point, half the season's done. By December, we probably already know what we are. So I just hope that we, playing for something in April, not just playing for the draft. And, because honestly, I don't think the Knicks can. Like, we have all these draft picks, but we can't pick everybody. Like, we can't use them all because there's no space. Unless you're going to get rid of Cam, you're going to get rid of Kobe, you're going to get rid of Quickly. And if they develop, why the hell would you do that? So, I don't know. I really feel like we got a squad that's a sleeper squad. Like, it's really a sleeper squad. I don't think we're going to make the play-in. I think we're going straight to the playoff as a 6 seed. I'm saying that right now.
I'm there with you on that 6 seed. I don't see us getting higher than a 6. Those teams are too established. They know what they need to do to win already, and the Knicks are still looking for their identity. So I can agree with you on that 6 spot. I think the Hawks are still gonna have to find that identity, even though everybody likes that DeJounte Murray stuff. I think they still got to work out what they're gonna do, how they're gonna work out that off ball Trae Young, and because he's not gonna have the ball all the time like how he used to have that. You know what I mean? So I still think they've got a couple clinks to kick out. The Hornets is done. I think the Hornets is done. Like I'm not gonna let. They needed Bridges. I think they're done.
They definitely needed Bridges.
The Pacers is not ready yet. I'm sorry, but they're not.
No.
The Magic might be the team that come up and really sleep. I'm not even front. They're nasty, bro. They got a team. I really like the Magic team, bro.
You like the Magic?
Yeah, bro, they got a nice team. And I'm not saying for right now. Like maybe not next season they pop out, but bro, in 3 years they're gonna be a scary team, bro. They're gonna be really scary. They rookie Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner averaged more than RJ in his first season. He was averaging 18.
But here's the thing, bro. The Magic is Indiana is not ready. How the hell the Magic gonna be ready? They ain't getting nowhere. The Magic is definitely gonna go to the 10th seed.
You feel me? The Magic youth is better. Like the Magic, like
but experience.
The Pacers really don't. The Pacers got the experience. The Pacers do got the experience. I will say that. I will say that. I don't know. I like the Magic, bro. They coach. They coach. Their coach is nice. All the young players is buying in. You got 2 elite point guards. You just drafted your wing forward. You still got Jonathan Isaac. Like they're scary.
Yeah, but I think they'll sneak wins, but I honestly think they'll fall short and maybe be the 10th seed. I don't think that they'll go further than that. I think them in Indiana is going to be battling it out all season for the 9th and 10th seed. I really think that you're right. The Hornets is done. I think that we could get ahead of Atlanta if they working it out, and then we could sneak some wins over them off of chemistry. Strictly off of chemistry.
Mm-hmm. And we can I think our team is better than the Atlanta team. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think our team right now, even without Donovan Mitchell, I think our team is better than the Atlanta team. Bro. I'm telling you right now. Because Jalen Brunson is not gonna let Trae Young do that. He's not doing that on Jalen Brunson. Like you said, he got that.
That dog.
He's built, bro, and he got heart. There's a lot of players that don't have Alfred Payton and Reggie Bullock did not have heart to guard Trae Young, bro. They didn't have that. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know because Alfred Payton guarded Curry very well. Very well.
They just didn't have the heart. Like, I feel like I could see in Bullock's face that he was shambled. Like, he was just, I can't guard him. Like,
but yeah, like Bullock at the end of the game, he'll turn the ball over or something because he was scared. That used to be hilarious. But for me, honestly, I think that, like, with Atlanta, I feel like, for one, I wish it was an Atlanta Hawks fan in the chat because I just want to tell them, can y'all please stop talking about Trae Young owns the Knicks? Because when you're skipping over the fact that he just got cooked last year and exposed in the playoffs, they exposed him. He couldn't do nothing. Let's talk about that. Let's not talk about how he owns the Knicks and he owns New York. I guess we got to get our payback until they stop doing it. But they just love me. This is just clowning the Knicks. But you're right. I feel like Brunson going to cook up Trae Young. But Trae Young is Trae Young, though. Trae Young is Trae Young. Can't say it. He is Trae Young.
Hey, big shout out to Jay Boogie. We thank you for the generous contribution, as Uncle Freezy would say. Big $20 in the chat. Shout out you, Uncle Freezy. Shout out you, Big J Boogie. You know you the guy, man. Big salutes to you, the closer. For real,
Facts. Salute, J Boogie. I appreciate that. And also, please give your starting lineup from your era. We taking all smoke. We taking all smoke. We're not ducking it, but we just acknowledging the fact that your starting five will probably be better than ours. 95% sure, but we ain't ducking the smoke either. Please put your starting lineup in the chat.
I got another question for you that it's not going to rub nobody the wrong way, but it's a very good question. And this has to do with Donovan.
What's up, bro?
Donovan is on our team. What is our bench 5?
Oh, okay. That's light. Because they probably because
you got to also consider who's going to, shift over with that trade. That's the only reason why I bring it up. Who do you think is going to leave for the Donovan trade, and what our starting line will be coming off the bench? Because we pretty much know what this.
So without that 3-team trade, without the 3-team trade, will we keep
whatever your scenario is, whatever your ideal scenario is to get Donovan, whether it's 3 of our youth players and 3 first-round picks, or whether it's the trades, however you want to get it done, whatever's going to get Donovan here.
All right. So if we're giving up the haul, I'll say. Probably
you gonna be on the show
because we're not gonna have quickly. So probably D-Rose. They want to keep Grimes. I think they keep Grimes. So Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's hard to say because they will have to go into free agency and get some the vets on a minimum. But I know Melo gonna be here, so probably Melo at the 4, Hartenstein at the 5. It's just the 3 that I don't know because they're gonna get rid of probably Fournier and all that in that trade. So it's like the 3 is questionable. So they'll probably pick up a vet, like 2 vets on a vet minimum out of
You
free
don't think
agency.
they're gonna throw Cam in there if they get rid of
Oh, Cam.
Fournier?
Yeah. I don't know. Because honestly, I think that they would probably because they got to keep Cam. So all right, so then Rose, Grimes, Cam, Melo, Hartenstein. I think the bench will be that, and I think that because we would have to get rid of IQ and Obi if you're giving up the whole, like if you're giving them what they want, and I think that Rose is going to have Grimes showing out. I'm gonna predict that for him. I think Rose gonna have Grimes and Cam. I think them two gonna be the catalyst off the bench showing out.
That makes sense. Rose unlocked quickly, so I could see that happening.
Exactly, and Grimes don't really need the rock to really be. I mean, it'd be more so Cam, and I think Melo can unlock Cam in a situation where he's showing him, certain moves, certain do this, do that, how to get your shot off easily. You ain't got to do all of that. Like if you look at Melo get his shot off on some simple jab steps, he be cooking.
Space creator, yep.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like those 2 players will unlock Cam and Grimes, but. That'll be my bench. What will be your bench?
Yeah, shout out to you, King Pup. Big family out here. We got the kids out here. We gotta multitask, man.
Yeah,
we gotta be out here.
Yeah, my daughter be walking in and out, hugging me and stuff. Yeah, I ain't see that. Just gotta do it. Young fathers, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta keep pushing. You know what I mean?
But
all right, so if we do the haul, I'm gonna take the same way you, because I think if it does happen, I think the haul would be the way that we get him. I don't think a 3-team trade will go through, because I don't think anybody wants Russell. They're just gonna Russell will be on whatever team it is just to clear the calorie cap. Like he's not getting playing. He's not going there to change the team. Like he's not going there to move the needle.
Mm-hmm.
So if I send over. I'm gonna have to send over Fournier, because it's not like I like Fournier. I do. He's the only catch and shoot dude. It's just that Fournier's numbers, contracts goes best and opens up our trading assets. We literally can put anybody with anybody when Fournier is included in that trade. You know what I mean? So I would have to go Fournier. I would maybe give them 3 first-round picks. If I give them. I will give them 4 first-round picks. Fournier, Deuce.
J Boogie, thank you for that super sticker, bro.
Yeah, so I will give them 4 first-round picks. Fournier, Deuce, and that's tough. Maybe like Cam, bro. I would have to put Cam. I want that. I need the IQ OB combo, bro. Like they go hand in hand. It's like a dual threat. You need both of them. They work together. You know what I mean? I don't want to give up Grimes neither, because then that's the big 3 coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's the problem. But if we see it with the duo between Obi and Cam, I think the league see it. So I feel like they want both. Whoever they get traded, no matter if it's a Donovan Mitchell or another superstar, they gonna want that duo. Like they'll both as a package deal. Even if somebody was scouting them in college, at this point they would still scout them together. There's no one without the other. So I honestly think. So I don't know. Like it's
tough, bro.
It's tough.
Very tough. Because then, like you said, like we don't necessarily need IQ and Obi. Like we can get the superstar that's gonna be on our team to move the needle of our team. And then we can just go into free agency and make up for those players that we just lost. You know what I mean? Like you said, we can go back and sign Melo. We might have to move somebody up to step up to develop a little bit, but at the same time, it's only one roster spot, really. Like there's gonna be somebody in the free agency out there that you could do that. You wait till the next season. Like, all right, so if IQ and Obi's gone and we get through the whole season and now we're at the next off season, there's 2 guards like Gary Trent you can go out there and pick up. There's a whole bunch of other 2 guards in the free agency that are rotational role players that you could, throw in the lineup, in the bench lineup.
But if we lose Obi and IQ, right, and they don't, next year is their contract year, right? Say they don't want to stay with the Jazz, because who would want to stay in Utah? they look like guys that like to, they want to be out. Low key, depending on how they do. Well, I'm gonna lie. I'll probably try to get them back.
Yeah, I would pull a Danny Ainge on a Danny Ainge for real. I would do that. I remember they did that. The Celtics did that. I think they released. I want to say it was Terry. I believe Terry got released and they signed right back to them on some dumb stuff like that. Like, yeah, like I'm down for that, bro. I'm truly down for that. But I don't think the Jazz would do that.
Not because they're gonna be unrestricted free agents after next year. I mean after year 4. So after, I don't think they'll re-sign with Utah, and then once they hit free agency, I'll be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna come back. We only traded you for Donovan Mitchell because obviously you would trade you for Donovan Mitchell. Come on, bro, don't do me like that.
If the Knicks do that, they'll show me that they finally thinking outside the box. They're not just trying to sell their souls to get what they need. That'll show me that they actually thinking about their calculated moves and what they're doing. That would be like a dream.
Unless in that same free agency is a superstar, is an elite superstar out there. At that point, they can go and try to sign that. Because in 2 years, that'll be the last year of Randall's contract. I think he has a player option. I think that'll be like. I think his first year kicks in this year, right? Of the new contract, it kicks in this year.
Randall, yeah, I think yeah.
So in 2 years that'll be So you probably get that off, and don't sign Randall back or whatever the case may be. Clear some cap space, and you could probably sign, unless there's a mega superstar out there, then you probably go all in with them and sell them on the fact, and sell them the fact that you're playing with RJ and Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. In that case, then you obviously go for that instead of going all in for like an IQ and OB. Obviously, especially if they not, Almighty Finesse, what up, bro? Dripmore, what up? A lot of people in the chat. Remember, hit that like button. You know what I mean?
Big shout out to the chat, everybody in the chat. Smash that like and subscribe. Turn on the noties. New School Knicks. Also, go follow the other show, me and K doing the Legends plays. We about to get active, real active. Football season right around the corner. Preseason just started. The Giants played Thursday. Y'all sleep. Y'all better wake up, man. Stop playing. And I think the Jets play on Thursday as well, too. Don't sleep.
Yeah, they're going to be asleep watching that Giants game. I ain't going to lie.
Probably will be. I ain't going to lie. Definitely will be.
Well,
There's a lot of stuff going on. Get locked in, baby.
As follows New School Knicks on Twitter. If you got any ideas, want suggestions, anything, we got merch coming for y'all soon.
Real soon.
Buy t-shirts, hoodies, hats. Gonna try to get it all for y'all coming real soon. But as far as like, I really wouldn't be. I would only be upset at the moment. Like, dang, I had a chance to do something and I didn't do it. So I really would be upset at that. So disappointed, but then I'll get over it once the season starts, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna watch the Knicks. I watched them with the bums playing. I watched it with the Lou Amunderson. How you pronounce? I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Lou Amundsen.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you're talking about.
Who is son with the missing tooth? The big. Man, what's his name?
From what year?
2017, 2018, he had a missing tooth. Some big white guy. I forgot his name, but he had a missing tooth. But I was still watching.
You talking about? Nah, you're not talking
something
about
cold. Something cold.
Oh, you talking about commit? No, not You talking about Luke Cornett?
No. But we was watching with Luke Cornett. Don't he got a ring?
I think so. I do think so.
Oh, he played in the finals, one of the two.
Every year, a Knicks player has won a ring. I think this is the only year that.
Yeah, I think this streak ended.
Yeah, ended this streak.
Yeah, but
the Celtics would have won. I think would have won. I think would have won too.
But that's irrelevant. I don't really like that stat that they be putting out there, because what? They be having some players.
Kind of is ironic though.
Yeah, but they be having some players that just don't make sense. But it's like because
yeah. The one year that didn't make sense was like the Langston Galloway one. I was like, bro, he doesn't.
Oh, Aldridge Cole. Thank you, DSJ. Aldridge Cole. Yeah,
Aldridge Cole. Yeah, man.
Dude, he looked like he was in bar fights, and then he came to the Knicks to play. What you doing, bro? Nah, for real. Like, I was watching play like
Chris
Luke
Campbell's
Shed,
brother.
and like when Melo was hurt, we was watching starting lineups with Iman Shumpert and I don't even, never mind. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm getting tight. I don't even want to talk about it.
Bro, the one player that gets me the most mad when I think about something is Chris Duhon, bro. Like,
yeah, because we replaced Marbury with him because the politics of the game with D'Antoni and all of that.
Duhon.
Yeah, he was trash. I mean, he got the record for the Knicks though. Where it's what is like 24 or something like that, 26 or something. Still trash though. This game was boring. No flashy, nothing. Not made for the Garden. Nah, the player I hate the most though was Jared Jeffries. Oh God.
Oh my God, bro. I can top a player more than that, bro. As soon as you said Jared Jeffries, bro, Landry Fields, bro. Oh my God.
You hated Landry Fields?
Landry Fields, bro. He had one good season and just fell off the earth. Never ever.
That's true. Well, you hate him more than Lance Thomas?
Oh, Lance Thomas. Oh, bro. I'm a Duke fan. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a Duke fan, bro. Lance Thomas boils my blood, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. The shots he was taking, I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing, bro? Oh, I'm not. He boils my blood, bro. He boils my blood.
With that ultimate travel that he did.
Oh, I was just about to say, when son was moonwalking and sidestepping at the same time.
Yeah, with the ultimate travels. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, so ain't got away with it. Ain't got away with it.
That's when Freezy be saying, like, we complain about the roster sometimes, but like we had guys like that. We had, before Randall, there was son, what was his name? They say he could guard Giannis the best. Damn, what was his name? I always forget these guys' names. Damn. Chat, if you know who I'm talking about.
What team? What year?
Right, the year before we got Randall, so maybe 2018 team.
Morris? You talking about Morris?
No. Morris was the same. He was the same year as Randall. It was the year before we got Randall. It was the year before he played power forward. He was our starting power forward. Young kid. Then he went to the Timberwolves after. I forgot his name. That's how irrelevant he was. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even think. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even be remembering none of these players from like the last 3-4 years. I'll try to forget them.
Yeah,
especially like Finsdale, Hornacek, and all them, bro. I just
because
I'm not even gonna lie. That 16 win season, bro. I actually came to my senses. I'm like, I'm just not gonna watch the Knicks games for the rest of the year.
Yeah, well, when the Knicks lose, I don't even be wanting to talk. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be wanting to talk. I'll be mad. I'll be wanting to talk. You know how you get that knot in your throat when you want to cry, pause? I'll be mad. I'll be so mad. It depends on how we lose now. If we get smacked by 40, I just whatever. But like the game against Miami when RJ missed that layup for the game and against Jimmy Butler, I was so angry. But I remember the next game they played them. RJ had got fouled or something like that, and I think Jimmy Butler went to him and was like, "Yo, if you would have put your shoulder into me, you would have got better leverage." And all that. That's why I like Jimmy Butler because he don't have to say stuff like that. He don't have to do that, and he's showing RJ because I guess he see himself in RJ.
And then next time RJ went down there, boy had his career high.
Yeah.
And then that's when Jimmy was, high praising him. Like, yeah, that man. That's
Noah
when a lot of people was
Vonleh,
praising
my
him.
bro. Noah Vonleh.
Yeah, I was gonna say him too.
Noah Vonleh.
I was gonna say him with the Cole Aldridge. That's what I was gonna say. But once you said white dude, I knew it wasn't Noah.
Noah Vonleh.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Doodle.
I want to predict Kevin Knox numbers.
You want to predict what you said?
Kevin Knox numbers.
Oh my God!
Oh man, Kevin Knox going to add the calmest, the smoothest 2 points, 1 rebound, and 0.6 assists ever.
Kevin Knox exact stats is going to be like 8.9 minutes per game, 2.7 PPG. Boy gonna have like 2.2 rebounds.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 0.7 assist a game, bro.
Like, and you know what the Knox fans gonna do? They're gonna be like, but his per 36, he averaged 15. You see in his per 36, averaged 15 to 6. He should get more playing time.
Percentage of his career, bro. Taking 3 shots a game. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
But I did feel bad for him when we played Atlanta again. I think he got played him the very next game when we played Atlanta when he got traded. I did feel bad. Son looked like he wanted to cry on that bench. Like he did not want to be there. He wanted to be home.
It definitely did look like that. I was like, damn, bro, you in a predicament where you definitely not getting on the court now. Because he wasn't even getting on the court with the Knicks, but like, bro, you're not getting on the court now on that team. Like, you're just not. You're not. I would understand if he was a defensive player. He's not a defensive player, and that's really why he don't get on the floor. He could shoot the ball. He could do all in other intangibles. He just doesn't have a defensive heart. Like people, like they were saying in the chat, you gotta want to play defense. Some people don't want to play defense. Some people just don't have that heart.
Yeah, facts, and it's just. But I mean,
two people that got them heart that we was talking about earlier is Brunson and Marbury. They got the heart. You don't even got to question it. You can see it as soon as they walk. Yeah. Got, you know what I mean? Like,
and RJ. I'm going to put RJ in that
RJ too.
Brunson,
I think RJ got the heart.
Yeah, exactly. Knox, to me, his rookie year, he's so promising. Obviously, things happen where he got taken out of position. They took him off the lineup, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, you do got to put that into it, but then you also got to put himself into it when you take accountability of him just standing in the corner. Like, I'll appreciate him just making a hard cut to the basket. Like, I'll appreciate that, or going up for a block and falling or something like that. Yeah, he did have a couple blocks in the beginning of that season, or the beginning of the season before, where it was like, all right, but it's just sometimes he just looked like lost and scared out there. Like, you can't do that. Not here. You could do it anywhere else, but you can't do it here. You could probably do that in Brooklyn. But you can't do that here.
The one thing I will say about him is that he definitely had some heart when he was going to the rack. When he went to the rack, that's when you can kind of tell, like, okay. Because sometimes he went to the rack, he was aggressive going to the rack. He might try to dunk on somebody. He might try to catch a poster. But then, like you said, it just like other moments, he just looked like he was just lost. Like, he was just trying to find his place in the game. You know what I mean? And just there, I think it was more so the team that was around him. I don't think it was nothing wrong with Kevin Knox. I actually liked Kevin Knox when we took him in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was the team, the coaching, and then the new regime came in. The new regime came in, new coaching. They put some competition around Kevin Knox to compete for that spot, and it showed.
Felt sure. I mean, but at the end of the day, when you put competition next to you, you should not like fall to the competition. You should just rise up to the competition, because at the end of the day, when they signed Randall and they signed Marcus Morris, although they shouldn't have did that at that point, because you should have gave RJ the keys from the beginning, he still didn't back down as much to Morris and Randall. He didn't take the ball out of his hands, but he still didn't fold. Like, he could have just sat in the background and conceded to them. He still didn't do that. He still had his moments. So Knox could have did the same thing, but it is what it is. I mean, Knox is going well wishes to him. I mean, we got to deal with hopefully, like, Grimes don't be like that. Like, but I don't see that in Grimes. I don't think that he will like concede. I think that Summer League showed that he could be that guy that can get buckets on anybody. Because I really think he can. I just think that his role on this team is just to catch and shoot and play defense. So 3 and D. But one thing,
DSJ, I just want to acknowledge what you said in the chat. Kevin Knox, we say he was a projected player, the late first round or second round pick. I don't think he was that low. You got to remember, Kevin Knox as a freshman averaged the most points per game of any freshman that Calipari has ever coached at Kentucky. I don't think Kevin Knox was that low as a draft pick in that draft. Man, I really think that right around when he got drafted, I think he would have got drafted there inevitably anyway. You know what I mean?
It just happened to be the dumb Knicks to do it for a workout.
That is true. Yep, it was literally over workout.
And that's what we get. That's where we get the jokes, because we put ourselves in those positions to do stuff like that. Instead of other organizations don't do stuff. Well, they do. It's just not highlighted as much as when we do it. We do it because we do it consistently, and it's a bigger market. We get joked on so much. It's hilarious. Sometimes I joke on the Knicks too. I'm not gonna lie, because some of the stuff you got to look back and laugh at it. But this regime, I don't joke on, because low key, although we don't like the moves that, let's say, like, we may not know what the moves are and the plan, etc. But low key, I like every move they made. We stole D Rose from Detroit.
He saved our season.
Saved our season.
Changed the whole culture.
If they didn't do what they did in the draft, we would not be in the running for Donovan Mitchell at all. We wouldn't have no assets to really do that. The assets that they want anyway. So
and I'm talking about the last two drafts. With the last draft, we're getting the picks, and the last draft, we're picking the players that we picked that the Jazz would like to acquire. That's a fact. I agree with that.
Exactly. They picked Grimes the same pick they picked IQ the year before. So what I'm saying. So that and even trading, I don't know what they were they the regime that came in and traded Marcus Morris at the deadline? Because I think Leon Rose came mid-season.
I can't. I would have to look that up. I would have to look that up.
If y'all know, did Leon Rose come mid-season that year they traded Marcus Morris? Because if they did, they traded Marcus Morris, got a first-round pick back from the Clippers, and then they got IQ.
So he was signed on March 2nd.
Oh, so then that was mid-season.
2020.
So then that was mid-season. So that might have been after that trade. Because
that was almost the end of the season, though. Yeah, because the trade deadline was already gone by that time.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was a week after.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But then they got IQ because they drafted IQ. They drafted Obi, so they got Obi and IQ the same draft. Then the very next year you follow up with Grimes, and then the very next year you trade and Sims. Sorry, excuse me, Sims. I don't mean disrespect. Sims, if you out there, no disrespect. You may have Brawler count on this one. Then they followed up with 3 draft picks and getting rid of Kemba. That's what I'm saying. Which, when they got rid of Kemba, they had to give an extra first-round pick to somebody to take that contract. So that kind of messed up a little bit because, I mean, they got rid of him, which was good, but it kind of messed it up because we'd have had that extra first-round draft pick if we wouldn't have had to give it up for getting rid of Kemba. That's what I'm saying. That's why the Lakers is in the same boat with Westbrook, because Westbrook, nobody wants that contract or the player. So they have to give up a first-round draft pick to get him, to get rid of him. That's what I'm saying. So I ain't gonna lie, this regime, I like everything that. I just don't like that we don't know. But I mean, is it our business to know? To really? That's the question.
For all the pain and the heartbreaks that the NSK generation has felt, yes, they owe us. And for the old schoolers, they're going to tell you the same thing. Yes, they owe us. So I think at the end of the day, like, they don't have to tell us their move, but at least tell us the path that you're trying to take. Tell us what you're going to do. Don't leave us in a gray area, man. And that's what they do. They leave us in a gray area for the fans to make a call. And that's not good because the Knicks have the most toxic fans. So they're going to interpret it and jump to conclusions. And look at Knicks fans already. Donovan Mitchell deal has not been done in almost a month. And we still saying he on our team. We jump straight to conclusions. We jump to everything. You feel me? And it just makes it all worse. Because then when they do something that we don't want them to do, it's like, oh, they should have did this. They should have. Bro, they doing what they do. Like, just because they didn't take your lane and didn't explain to you what they did, doesn't matter. And like you said, I have to agree with you. Every move that they made since this regime came in has made us a team to be better. You know what I mean? So I agree with you on that. They came in, they got the right draft picks that teams want as assets. Then they came in and drafted, fixed the draft so we can get draft picks. So we can have first round draft picks. We can have values in trades. So yes, I do agree with what you're saying. But the one thing I do think is gonna backfire is that if they take too long to make the move, or if they don't make one at all, I think this whole regime goes under the flames, or something gets reworked around, or something's gonna happen where something's gonna get moved around in the front office. Maybe Tibbs get moved to the front office, or some. I can't call it, but yeah, I see something in that nature happening. If nothing, like if no moves are made and everything doesn't pan out.
Nah, definitely somebody's gonna lose their job. I think that without Donovan Mitchell, Tibbs gonna get fired because it's gonna.
You say Tibbs or Leon? Who do you think is gonna get fired if Donovan?
I think Leon had more benefit of the doubt because of the fact that he actually acquired the assets in the first place. Just couldn't get the deal done because it's very understandable why he couldn't get the deal done because of the fact that Danny Ainge is trying to finesse the whole league. So it's like if it was Danny Ainge's decision, he'll probably get a pick from every team in the league. So he'll have like 29 picks. He'll try to get 29 picks just for one player. So I'm saying, like, so I think it's understandable. Now, with Tibbs, it's like we've been here and we keep trying to point you in this direction to play the young guys, do this and do that, and it's like we're kind of stubborn about it, and always like at the end of the day, Tibbs is the front man. Tibbs is the coach is going to get fired before the star player because he's not actually playing. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs is not the guy that's putting fans in the seats. That'd be the Randalls and well, with the Knicks case, we're gonna come anyway. We're gonna go to the games and watch the games regardless. But if anything, we still jersey sales and all that. Like those guys makes the sales and all. So
you're definitely right.
Tibbs
doesn't put them in the seat. OB is, RJ is, Brunson. These guys are making it. These are the reason why they're coming to the games to see how they perform. You're totally right about that. You know what I mean? And yeah, you're right. I think Tibbs gets moved up to the front office after the season. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Exactly.
Good or bad. I think if Donovan comes, that just makes more of a case for Johnny Bryant to become our head coach.
Because if you look at teams like the Spurs with good front offices, like somebody said in the chat, they don't leak information. Feel me? They don't leak that stuff. So like, we didn't know about the Dejounte Murray trade until it actually, like days before it happened. Like it leaked a little bit, but it wasn't like lingering for the whole year or whatever. It wasn't like that. They just traded him, and that's what it was. Yes, we was connected to the trade, but it came out that we wasn't, or whatever the case may be, because that wasn't the move for us, which is understandable. Obviously, you'll take the Donovan Mitchell over Dejounte Murray any day of the week. And in my opinion, some others may think differently, but good teams, they don't really leak information. And I'm not around, that much other, teams fans to understand, like, do they be complaining as much as we do? Because they might just be complaining just as much as we do that they don't know information. Or they understand that, bro, we have a track record of winning, and this is how you do it. So that's just normal to them. Us, we're not used to, because Isaiah Thomas will come out and say some nonsense and do this and do that, and it'll be some it'll be crazy. So, I mean, we just got to get used to non-talking organization. They don't talk at all. We just got to get used to it. We honestly got to just shut up about it.
That is true. That is true. I think our fans just grew out of, like, they don't have any more patience no more. It's just to the point now where it's like, how bad are we gonna be bad? And yeah, like you said, it just goes hand in hand. I just think they need to shut up and just wait and let them make the moves and just sit back and watch. Like, everything is, like you said, everything that the regime has done since they came in, it's been good. They've put us in a stance to win every time. So you can't be mad at what they're doing and how they're treating our team. It just might take a little bit longer than what our Knicks fans want.
Exactly. And honestly, like I said, they're doing the right thing, because without what they did on draft night, we would not be in no running for no Donovan Mitchell, because we wouldn't have enough. So you would have seen the Miami trade happen already, because they would have took that because that's the best deal. But at the end of the day, they made a good move, and that player wouldn't have played anyway unless it was injury. But for the most part, I honestly think they did a good job. I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button, please. Someone read some of your chats real quick. We got CDC. Miguel P says DM Donovan Mitchell isn't the only star player that would be available. If the move doesn't happen, there will be another star. KD and Kyrie weren't supposed to be available. But here's the thing, like, KD and Kyrie, I seen that coming. Feel me? I seen that coming once they lost. and they got swept. So you honestly kind of felt that was coming. But another star being available, I don't know. Like that's hard to say because everybody has signed a long-term deal. Like I thought it was going to be Bradley Beal. I mean, but Bradley Beal obviously signed his supermax, which I don't blame him. So I don't know what star player will become available like that though. Like really don't at this time. Everybody's pretty much spoken for.
Yeah, I have to look up. I would have to look up the free agents. What am I? 2023, right?
Yeah. And if
Let's see
Bradley
what's
do request
available.
a trade, do we want that contract though?
He's getting paid too much money, in my opinion. I'm not even gonna lie. Son is getting the big bag.
But that's
It's too
Bradley
much
Beal
money.
though. That's
He's a
Bradley Beal.
bucket. He's a bucket. Like that man is gonna change your whole team. And yeah,
Bradley Beal. And would he be considered an undersized too? Because what is he like 6'3", 6'4"? I don't think he's like
yeah.
6'6", 6'7".
No, I think he's maybe like 6'4", 6'5". So I'm looking at the UFAs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want me to give you? You want me to give you the swings, the guards, or the like? What are you looking for? The 6-man, or you just looking for a superstar in general?
I mean, give me the top 5 guys in your opinion, or or the top 5
So
guys.
UFAs you got for 2023, you got Bron,
Mm-hmm.
you got Russell, you got Kyrie. I'm just gonna go for the names that are really big.
Oh, the notables. All right.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins,
Mm-hmm.
D'Angelo Russell. Uh, that's really it for the superstar.
Well, you can cross Kyrie off and D'Angelo Russell because we just got Brunson, so they're not gonna probably look at that position. They're over to pay. But I can't hear you, bro.
No, you good.
Oh, so yeah, hear, I don't think that's gonna be a look for them. It's being that you just paid Brunson, but I think that Braun, no, they're not gonna sign Braun. I don't think this regime's gonna look at Braun in that situation. Andrew Wiggins, though, might be the one to be signed because
On a
obviously
podcast.
if if Cam don't pan out, I honestly think that they'll look at Wiggins as the wing player.
Okay.
That
You
but
also got Kelly Oubre in there. Wings. You got Barton, wing. You got Levert. You got Bojan Bogdanovic. That's the Utah one. Jeremy Grant, Harrison Barnes. Those are all wings that are gonna
yeah,
be available. Dylan
but
Brooks.
but Kelly Oubre, I don't want Kelly Oubre. Everybody gonna watch their girl. He come to New York. Everybody. He taking everybody, girl. That's what that is not. That he not coming. Now I don't think that. I think that Kelly Oubre stays with Washington because now he gets more looks. As far, especially with the Bridges situation, I think he'll stay over there. I think this year he shows out more and he'll get money. He'll get paid a bag, like kind of like Brunson maybe, just because he'll show out and let them pay for it. Because I don't think he'll be worth it, but they'll probably pay him, being that they lost their wing. They're 3 or 4 guys. So I actually saw Bridges working out in like a gym. I don't know what he's getting ready for the prison league, but it is what it is. God bless everybody in that situation. I mean, prayers, thoughts,
And we got
family.
to sign RJ too because he's restricted free agent.
Oh, now RJ deal probably get done maybe
mid-season.
I don't think RJ is going. I don't think he'll get traded for anybody. Anybody
Or
that says
Huchamari too.
Huchamari.
Huchamari is a restricted free agent.
But towards the end of the year, he started showing out with the Wizards, so they probably and they drafted him. So I don't know.
Cam Reddish as well, restricted free agent.
Cam Reddish. That's the question mark because it's honestly all up to Cam Reddish. I think RJ get paid regardless. I don't think
that's
either
just
he get
without a
the
doubt.
max or he'll get lower than the max. But I think Cam is really the question mark because we didn't draft him. That's not really our guy. So it's really up to Cam at this point. You know, you do
that's
what you
really
got
what
to
it's
do.
looking like for the free agency. There's really no stars
Yeah, because I will replace
for
Cam
next
with
season.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, that or Harrison Barnes, either or.
Nah, I'd rather
Of course, I'd
keep.
rather Wiggins. You feel me? But
Yeah, but I'd rather keep Cam if I'm gonna sign Harrison Barnes. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, because Harrison Barnes is old. He's 31. I'd rather keep Cam. Cam is like 25, 26.
Nah, Cam
Maybe
younger
like
than that.
24. Yeah, he might be like 24.
He might be younger than that. He might be like 22.
Let me see. I got it on here.
Cam got to be younger than that. It's only his third year.
Cam Reddish is 23 and
Okay.
23.8. He about to be 24.
They really put it
They
like
got
an
it like,
average.
yeah, they got it like, I guess depending on the year, like how close your birthday is according to, you know what I mean?
They dragging it.
Yeah. They
That's
got
what it
LeBron
is.
at 38 and a half. They have James Harden at 32.9. Like they're dragging. No, dude.
Yeah, like I don't know. But I don't know, because it's a little scary about like Philly, because why did James Harden take that? Why did he take that deal where
So
he?
that they can sign more people if somebody wants to come.
That's
Because
what I'm saying. So what if
yeah.
they put a package together for Donovan? That's what I'm saying. That's a little scary, because you don't want to see that Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and Joel Embiid.
That is very scary. It could happen. Like you think about it. Like if you look at it right here, James Harden is literally getting only paid like 180K more than Kyrie.
That's what I'm saying. And that would put us at the
And
bottom.
yeah, Chris Middleton more than James Harden.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we were at the bottom now, imagine if we don't. I mean, we don't get the Donovan Mitchell and somebody in the division get him. That's what I'm saying. We don't get him now. Somebody else steal him. Cause low key, nah, Brooklyn can't get him. They don't have assets.
Nah. They don't
They
have
can only
nothing
get
that's
him.
gonna. They don't have no picks. They don't have no players they can send over that
Yeah,
they're gonna be able
they
to
will
sign
only
over.
get him. They will only get him as if, let's say, Utah was still wanting to win or whatever. But either way, they would try to keep Donovan Mitchell, because in that case they would put Kyrie and KD next to Donovan Mitchell, and you could probably have stolen one of them for Rudy Gobert or something like that. But see, I mean, the Knicks honestly just got to make that deal. I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting to think
They
about it.
got to. They got to because the longer they're like their future does not look ideal if they don't make this trade. Because like we just said, there's no super. Who you gonna go for LeBron? You going after LeBron?
Facts. Which means you got to keep all. Well, and LeBron only gonna sign 1 year deals up until his son come in the league.
You feel me? His son coming in, I think that year, 23. I think his son will be there.
Yeah, the
Either
Knicks.
23 or 24.
And I'm gonna be honest, no disrespect to LeBron, no disrespect to his sons, or nothing like that. I don't think Bronny's going to be a star in the league. I just think that he'll be good. He'll be an average player. I don't think that he'll be a superstar or nothing like that. I honestly think Bryce might be the one, because Bryce look nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Bryce
Bronny
is
does too.
nice.
Bronny does too, but
Bryce
I don't.
is nice. He's
But
6'6" already.
the Knicks, but the Knicks would be the one, but Bronny paid up and trying to make a run at that. The Knicks would be the one to do that.
No, yeah, I see that. I see that 1,000%. Yeah, I see the Knicks getting Bronny and or Bryce just to try to attract Bron if he's still here. Like, yeah, all right, yeah. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't want
just
to do
because his
that.
last name is James Gang, like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
good.
want to do that. I don't want that spectacle. Let him do that somewhere else. Don't come here with that, please. I'm
I
cool.
pulled up the agents of 2024, and I'm not gonna lie. If the Knicks make this trade to get Donovan Mitchell, then we kind of like the 2024. Like, let's say the Knicks get Donovan Mitchell this season. The next season goes well. The next off season, we really don't do nothing because we don't have nothing. And then the next you say that draft, you build through the draft and build up some more draft picks like how we did this season. And then you come in the 24 season trying to acquire people. You have some choices here to go to. You got Harden and Siakam that's going to be unrestricted. You got Chris Middleton. You got CJ, Chris Caps, DeMar DeRozan, Jaylen Brown. You got a lot of places you can go here. Like, just when I'm talking like potential superstars or people that's gonna develop. You got DeJounte Murray, he's gonna be unrestricted free agent. Go down the list. It gets a little slim when you go down, but it's more like trying to fix your bench at that point. You know what I mean? But they got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard out there. They're player options. They're both on player options. Drew Holiday's on a player option. But for the most part, there's a whole bunch of unrestricted free agents, and if we get that, then I'm looking at Jaylen Brown. That's the one
Jaylen
person
Brown
I'm
is the
looking at.
prize.
You
If
feel
I can
me?
make a
Like
run at
Jaylen Brown, unrestricted. He's making $26 million. That's what they have him on for $26 million. Like, come on, bro.
But I feel like this: if you can make a run at, say, if we get Donovan Mitchell, right, then at that point you will get rid of Randall at the end of the year. I mean, you will get rid of Randall at the end where Mitchell about to be a free agent. You will get rid of him during the trade deadline, clear that cap, and then maybe some other pieces to clear that cap, and your core would be keep your big three between RJ, Mitchell, and Brunson, and then you try. No, never mind. Because if you think about it, you would probably want to get rid of RJ though, because of Brunson, Mitchell, Brown is a better big three. It's a way better big three. I would much rather have that. So it might be bye RJ.
The Knicks would kind of have to go that route if you're speaking youth for team, because all of those players in 2024 that I just named, there's only one player that's under 27, and it's Jaylen Brown. Every single one of them is over 30 years old. Even Siakam.
That's what I'm saying. So it might be bye RJ time, because you would want that Brunson, Brown, Mitchell lineup versus the other one with
RJ.
Yeah, Mitchell, because
now he fits better. Like you're saying, it just fits better. Jaylen Brown's gonna give you more. He's a defensive player. I think he might be a better defensive player than RJ.
Unless RJ come out on some demon time. Now, if he come out on demon time, then, which I think he might. I think he honestly think he is this year. So then there's really no need for Brown, because if he come out and do exactly what Brown does, then it doesn't make sense to even sign Brown. But which I'm putting it out there. RJ will be an all-star this year. I'm saying that he will be an all-star this year. I don't care who in the chat say something. I don't care who in the chat say anything. You're gonna be an all-star. If not all-star, I'll back it up a little bit. Borderline all-star. He's gonna be scratching the surface. The only reason why he won't make it is popularity over what's really earned. Because sometimes, like somebody else will make it over him just for popularity. But RJ will be an all-star this year, or scratching all-star this year, 100%.
Finesse, 100%. I wouldn't trade for Keldon Johnson, just to address the chat. I wouldn't trade for him, and the only reason why I say that is because I know that RJ is better than him. That's who's gonna come over here. He's gonna take RJ's spot, and I
think RJ is better than him at this point.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't. But it's a lot of guys I wouldn't trade RJ for, just because potential. Like, I wouldn't, because, like, unless it was like Jaylen Brown, obviously I'll trade for Jaylen Brown. I don't know if I would want to trade for like Bradley Beal and throw RJ in there. I wouldn't want to do that, to be honest.
I don't even want to trade for Brown. I just want to wait for him. I just want to wait for the frustration and the disgruntledness to build up between him and the Celtics. I want them to put him on the trade block again, so he could really be mad, because that'll be the third time they put him on the trade block. You know what I mean? And I want that to happen. Then 2 years go by, and now the Celtics are in a position where they're either going to have to move him, or they're not going to get nothing for him, because he's going to walk right out the door, and he's so mad at the Celtics. So I'll play the waiting game on Brown, but I also, like you said, they have to get Donovan Mitchell for that to pan out. It doesn't pan out unless you get Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, exactly. He's the key piece. And I'll put a scenario out there for everyone, chat, you included. And would y'all put, like, let's say Lakers call, right? And they say, give me Randall. I'll give you give me Randall, maybe Fournier, and a young guy, and I give you AD. Would you do that?
Say it one more time. You said Fournier,
Fournier, Randall, or maybe like a young piece, like a McBride or whatever, and I'll give you Anthony Davis. Would you do that?
If AD's healthy. If AD is healthy, I'm doing that.
It's just a scenario too, guys. Don't think that I'm saying like, why? Don't be like, why would the Lakers do that? It was just a scenario, just a question.
I would do that. Yes, because AD and Brunson, that's a nice and Mitchell. If Mitchell is here, oh my God, bro.
But I think that defense will be, because at some point the Lakers is going to start being. They have no other choice but to be sellers. They have to get rid of everything. I think this is the last year they're going to really try to make a push to keep our roster as is, and then because obviously they're going to see that whatever that was ain't working. I don't even know what it's called. Yeah, they won in the bubble, but I mean it's the bubble, whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to work out in the future. So they're going to have to start becoming sellers, and they're going to probably give up AD for almost less than unless Danny Ainge get all these picks, and then they're going to expect the same thing. Every team's going to expect the same thing for a star player. So unless that happens, I think they'll probably give up AD for less than what they're not going to get back full value like most trades.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I would do that. I would give up Randall for AD and Fournier and maybe a McBride or whoever. Because
I would too.
A healthy AD is crazy. Like a defensive front court of RJ, Anthony Davis, and Mitchell. Jesus Christ.
And then it's like, then you can just give the ball to Anthony Davis in the post and just tell him to clear it out and let him go to work. They try to help the double. Mitchell's right there for the dunk, easy dunk every time. Like he could literally push you up, jab step, pull up in your face. He could stretch the floor, hit the three from time to time. Like that AD trade, that is a nice one. That will move the needle a lot for the Knicks to make us a contender.
And let me just the chat real quick. Said Kenneth Daniels. He said, "Come on, man, LA will go nuts if they let AD walk, but at some point they're gonna have to sell. They're gonna have to be sellers and get rid of and get back assets because they don't have draft picks and stuff.
Cool. At some point they're gonna have to reset, and every team does a reset, man. You know you're looking at Brown and Tatum right now, but in about 6 to 7 years, they're gonna have to consider resetting because Brown and Tatum will be 32, 33 years old. You know what I'm saying? So at some point you're gonna have to consider the reset, man. Man, I love this Knicks, this new school Knicks thing, man. I love this vibe, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Thank you for
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been getting calls. I've been getting calls behind the scenes, man. People like, yo, nah, just let them rock, man. They killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Appreciate you for making the platform for us. You know, we wouldn't be able to do this without you, Uncle Freezy. Thank you, brother. Salute to you. Big hats off.
Salute.
Man, salute. I ain't did nothing, bro. I ain't did nothing, bro. All I did was turn the mics on and got out the way. That's all I did. You know,
you're the ambassador.
Yeah, I'm the mayor of Blorange Tears.
Facts, the commissioner.
Yeah, man. I had worked on an intro for y'all. Let me see. Did I download it? I don't know if I downloaded it or not.
Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys, man. We appreciate y'all really rocking with us, man. Shout out to everybody. Jay Boogie, thank you for coming in, dropping some big bands.
Facts, real, appreciate that, Jay Boogie. Facts.
Yeah,
it takes 1 second to hit the like button. Just tap it real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's free. Like, let's go, y'all. Come on. Let's get it up. I hit the like button.
And it's free. Yeah.
I can't really get mad at free.
Nah. And just real quick, want to throw some stuff out there. So guys, you've asked for it and we've delivered part of it. We just opened a merch store. And you see it at the bottom, blorangetears.myspreadshop.com. If you want to get some of the standard Blorange Tears merch stuff, go down there, go check that out, man. Go in there and browse. The guys are working on some new school. I think y'all said y'all working on some new School Knicks stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
so they're working on some new School Knicks stuff there too. So we'll probably have some new School Knicks stuff down in there coming soon. We got some probably have some old School Knicks stuff in there too. Just some old head stuff in there for y'all to check out and rep your city. You know what I'm saying? Rep your channel. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Also, old School Knicks will be on and I think about 30 minutes or so. You know what I'm saying? Show some support for your guys, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel, smash that like button.
Shout out to Old School Knicks, the brother channel,
Facts.
baby.
Yeah,
Facts.
man. Hey,
Facts.
so the invite
Originators.
so
Your
the
little
invite
brother
is
over
out
here.
there. Yeah. So y'all basically kicked a sleeping bear when y'all
I
talk
knew
about
it.
the lineups
Come
and
on,
stuff.
man.
I
We
knew
just
it.
wanted to walk in the cave.
Yeah, I know it. You know what I'm saying? I know. Y'all just I understand. I understand like the young Simba mentality. Like,
Yeah,
you
we
know
just
what
got
I'm
to
saying?
test the lines a little bit, just see if we
We just wanted
brave
to
enough.
step on the toes. That's it. We just want to let y'all know the chat that we got heart. We not like these. Like we got heart. We the Knicks players you want. We ain't scared to step out of our own comfort zone.
Yeah, you know how like Byron Scott was talking about Kobe, like he next up.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. Not crazy.
Like Kobe looked at Byron Scott and was like, "Yo, this is the legend y'all was talking about." I got something for him.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, because we didn't even know how to
right
say.
now.
We didn't even know how to say his name when he first. Kolb. Who was Kolb? Kolb.
Oh, why is the E silent?
Yeah. We like, yo. What's it? Kobe. What? That's we don't even know how to say your name yet. So you 18. Come on.
Yeah, what y'all be saying? What the old heads be saying? Breath smell like Similac, something like that.
Yeah,
Wet behind the ears. Wet behind the ears, something like that.
Wet behind the ears. That smell like Similac. Yeah, man. Yeah,
but
man.
we old heads to somebody else. Like my brother, 20 years old, 21 years old. He was calling me an old head.
Oh, man.
They call me an old head all the time on the game. They like, oh man, you an old head. You an old head, Green.
But I be telling them like I can't even talk to y'all because I'm the young buck over there, and I'm 32, and I'm a young buck over there. I can't sit at the table yet.
Yeah, man. Because it's different ranges, bro. It's the Melo era. It's the RJ era. It's the Spreewell and Houston era. It's the Pat era. It's a Marbury era. It's a Bernard King era. It's a Clyde Frazier era. Yeah, man.
Exactly. So like we dead in the like Coastal, dead in the middle of two generations. I'm little bro and big bro all at once. Like
man. Hey y'all be on that 2K because I'm look,
sir,
man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. What I'm working on right now is a joint where we can get on this channel and do some 2K franchise building.
I'm
on
down
here.
with that.
I just got to figure out a way. What's up, baby boy?
Yeah, he trying to get up on the show. Hold on.
Yeah, he trying to take over. What's up?
Hey,
what's up, baby
I'm
boy?
supporting too. I got on my colors too. You know, we out here.
Rep that city. Rep that city. Yeah, man. So we trying to do like I want to do a 2K thing so we can do some franchise building in September. And well later on in the month. I got some Almighty Finesse like a 2K my league. Yeah, we trying to do a little something, man. I just need to upgrade the tech. So once we upgrade the tech, then we definitely looking to do that. Maybe like on Friday nights and Saturday nights. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Maybe some weekends. You know what I'm saying? Sneak that in, so that we can keep people, you know what I'm saying, entertained. And we definitely looking at doing that. Definitely looking at doing that. But it's just gonna take some time for us to upgrade some stuff and for us to coordinate some schedules. But hey, guys, listen, we got a rep right here because I got to do some pre-production for Old School Knicks, and I got to get these old heads is buzzing, bro. They like, yeah, man, y'all stirred
up the pot. We stirred up the pot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's our job as the young ones. Get on y'all nerves.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, just want to play something real quick. If I got it, let me see. I'm gonna see if I got it. I don't know if I got it yet. No, I don't. I don't have it yet. Yeah, I don't have it yet. But here it comes. It is uploading. All right, because I meant to play this. I meant to play something at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna play this right now, and this is probably what we'll rock with or something similar to it. So let me play this real quick. Yeah, man.
Sir.
Yeah, so a little something,
Smooth.
and a little something. I know that's an old school flavor, you know what I'm saying, with some new school stuff. So,
Hey, Freeze, I actually got some pictures when I went to the game and I was right there. So I'll
right.
send you some. I can send you some pictures of me right there. I can see you pictures of the whole team right there standing nice and, the young guys shooting around in the play.
Okay,
I
the
can
young
show you some
core.
stuff.
Okay,
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
okay,
Definitely got you.
okay. All right. Hey, do that, man. And then once we get off the air, man. Greeny, tonight I want to talk to you and Rivera about the my league stuff so that we can start our way working on that so we can put
What you
some
want
stuff like
though?
that.
What you want though? Because I'm on P5. I ain't gonna lie. I got the
I
big.
still ain't get the P5. I've been looking.
Me either. Yeah,
Yeah, I got the
I'm on
P5.
I'm on a
PlayStation.
P4.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, then I got current gen. I can hop on there too. Ain't
Say
All
nothing.
right,
that.
word,
All
no
right.
doubt, no doubt. I want to start working on that maybe in a couple of weeks so that we can start doing some of that. Like when it gets slow during the summertime, we can just do that and just hang out and just do a franchise build together and build a New York Knicks to a championship, realistic rebuild.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No trading for LeBron for Obi.
No trading grounds for LeBron. None of that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Just do a realistic rebuild. Hey, let's get out of here, guys. You want to get us out of here? Can you piece us out, Rivera?
Yeah, I got you. Yo, shout out to everybody coming out. Tune in for next week. We got another big episode for y'all. Appreciate everybody coming out. Jay Boogie again. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. We out of here, y'all.
Say bye, Messiah. Say bye.
Peace, y'all.